All right, so we have saved the best for last, our last segment. We have somebody special here. We brought some plants to make a little scenery change here, to make it feel like we're in a villa on an island.
Island-like.
So I never watched Love Island, but there has been, like this year, so much type 1 diabetes representation. We had a type 1 on The Amazing Race this year. We had it on Love is Blind. Then Jaden on Love Island. I was like, we have to have somebody here. And our first choice from our team was like, oh my gosh, I watched Love Island. Oh my God, you have to bring Jaden, you have to ask Jaden. I'm like, okay, what is this show? So the more I learned about it, my mind was blown. Raise your hand. Do you guys, anybody watch the show Love Island? Hands up. Okay. So if you don't watch it, there is no phones allowed, and there's only one phone in the villa. And when they get a text, it sounds like everyone going, I got a text. So I just got a text that we have Jaden Ashley with us tonight. So I think we got to bring her on stage. Put your hands together for Jaden Ashley.
Hype intros everywhere you go.
Seriously. Jaden, for anyone who hasn't seen Love Island, can you please paint a picture? Like, what was it like? What was the villa like? What made managing diabetes in that kind of environment so different than real life?
Okay, for those that haven't seen the show, Love Island is basically like a reality dating show / social experiment for the summer. It is basically about love, drama, friendships, but it is a bunch of single people living in a villa. And we all try to couple up. We face weekly challenges, all while we're cut off from all of society. No phones, no news, no time, no contact with the outside world. So considering all of those factors, you never really know what's going to happen in there. Everything is so unpredictable. So managing diabetes is definitely a lot more challenging in the villa than it is in real life.
That's so great. It sounds like every time I go to the DMV, like I don't know what time it is, I don't know where I am, I don't know when I'm gonna get out of there. Okay, so for people who don't know, you typically wear a pump, but for this show, you had to go on injections, and I'm sure that was like a completely different reality. Yeah, there's a lot of people like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's a huge shift.
First, why?
Yeah, there's the why to that. Because what's on your pump?
Okay, well, you know, when it came to like applying, I feel like I was super open about it, and I've had diabetes for 15 years, so I was okay with using my pump or transitioning to shots. I kind of let them know that I was okay with either, depending on what they thought worked better, because I was the first contestant in the USA with type 1. Okay. So
you don't want to be like the problem right away. You want to just
exactly.
be like, I'm easy type 1.
There's gonna be some changes around here.
Yeah, I definitely reassured them that I was like confident in my condition and my body. I let them know I was gonna be fine no matter what. Just because I didn't want it to interfere with the opportunity.
And so this is mind-blowing. Your pump also has something on the screen that you couldn't have access to. What was that?
The time?
They were not allowed to know what time of day it was. Yeah. So no pump, because time is on the pump. So that's one of the main reasons why she shifted over. But you talked with the production crew that you felt comfortable, they felt comfortable with you going on MDI for that time period. But that would have been an advantage to be able to see what time of day it was, having that pump with you. I mean, maybe an advantage.
Yeah, a little bit of both.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. So you go on, you're kind of adjusting your routine. Like, what else was different in terms of like, did you realize to like have your low snacks with you? Could you have your insulin with you? Like, I mean, obviously, right? Like, what was that like?
It was definitely different. There were juice boxes throughout the entire villa, hidden everywhere, like Easter eggs or something.
Like in a plant?
Like an actual?
Yeah, no, actually.
Hidden.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, just in case I went low.
Okay.
I had my receiver. They ended up giving me a Dexcom receiver, which I thought it was interesting because that also has the time on it.
Yeah, there it is.
So,
You're like, I'll
but
figure
at
this
that
out.
point, like our plan, like our care plan, I guess, that we mutually came up with, nobody really thought about that until like the day before I went in. So they ended up covering the time on the receiver, but I was a little upset because I was like, okay, you could have done the same thing.
Right, you wanted, actually, it sounds like you
With
wanted
the
the challenge of like, can I manage it without knowing the time? Okay.
And then my receiver was in a mic pouch on my mic belt. So I feel like a lot of people didn't see it. They were confused as to how I was reading my blood sugar, but it just looked like a mic.
Oh, interesting.
And it honestly felt kind of like a pump.
Did it ever make noises? Did it ever?
No, that was the other thing.
Okay.
It had to be on silent a lot of the time.
Okay.
Okay. What about like low, like extreme?
You can't silence that one.
No, the critical alerts I did hear.
Okay.
Okay.
Got it.
And thankfully that
We
never
all
happened.
breathed a sigh of relief.
And we're all like, okay.
Okay. All right.
Do you feel like you ran more like higher than lower? Was that your experience?
Definitely. I ran higher the entire time, which in the moment and looking back, it makes sense because the stress, super long filming days, it's a very intense situation, so it definitely made sense. And I had to try and explain that to them. Like, I don't normally run this high, but I was running high the entire time.
When you say explain it to somebody, like who's that? Like who was asking what your blood sugars were? Like was it like a medical staff?
There were medics and like the production team.
Okay.
I feel like
They
they
had
were
to
like,
know. Got it.
that was challenging as well because I feel like I had to run everything by the medics, every decision that I made.
Like every time you gave insulin?
Every single time, like what I needed, when I needed it, I had to let them know, which was a really big adjustment because usually instinctively I just do it myself.
Right.
So that was definitely, for me, that was the biggest challenge.
That was the hardest. Were they were they saying like, oh no, you should give yourself more? Were they kind of like, oh, just let us know?
Both. And I think, that was really hard because sometimes depending on the circumstance, I would be like, no, I think I should take a little less insulin, or maybe, no, I need to take a little more. But they were, I understand their perspective as well, but they were really strict about, sticking to exactly what my dosage calculation was
Right.
at all times. They didn't really understand that sometimes.
Yeah, it doesn't math like that.
Yeah,
Every
exactly.
time.
Exactly.
You're like, I haven't been sleeping and my stress is higher, so I know I need more for this meal than, what my insulin to carb ratio is. Or
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I have a question. It's not on here.
We're going off book.
Okay,
Go
we're
ahead.
going off script here. And I know there's some things you can't say or talk about. Did you ever catch someone else getting into your hidden juice boxes? And what did you do when you saw that? Anybody else trying to get on your juice box or no?
No.
Okay, all right, good.
No.
Good. They knew those were yours. Okay, all right, good. So we got a straight answer. All right, good. I like that. Okay. Carry
Were
on.
there, on that note, how do we segue there? Was there any specific people that you felt were really like they went out of their way to like help you or to understand your type 1 and realize that like, wow, this is, something that's clearly like, it could be overwhelming for her here and it's not normally how she manages at home. Anybody that comes to mind or just situations and how people helped?
I feel like definitely I got really close to a few of the Islanders, and I feel like they were a really strong support system. I would say Clark in particular I'm really close to, and a couple of the producers. One of them had a family member who has type 1, so she really, I feel like, was the only one there that truly understood a
she
lot
got
of
it.
things. Yeah, we bonded a lot.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that was really nice to have her there. And then one thing that sticks out to me the most is Taylor. He was coupled up with Clark. He would wake me up in the middle of the night a lot because my receiver was beeping. And nobody else would wake up except for him. So that happened a lot, and each time I was low, so like he figured out where the juices were, and he never failed. He never failed to wake me up. So that
guy.
meant a lot to me. I feel like because it was really hard to manage diabetes in there, but I never felt like I was completely alone.
Which is really comforting.
That's so wild. So, okay, because of your experience, I know you didn't think you were going to be a trendsetter when you went into this, but because of your experience, on this game show, they have changed the way they function now, and they will have a doctor, not just a medic, but a doctor on all future episodes. Is that correct? Yes, because of you, because you literally were pioneering this.
Yeah.
How does that feel? That's a big deal.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It makes me so happy. That's definitely not a change that I, set out to make, but I'm very happy that
for
it's
you.
been done. Thank you.
Do you know why it was why was it done? Like, why was that decision made?
I don't know. I don't know the logistics of it. I feel like I didn't really, complain about much, but I was always like, kind of going back and forth with some of the medics sometimes, and I feel like that was maybe the only, that was the biggest challenge I had.
Yeah.
And I feel like when you're in that environment, that honestly, it shouldn't be the biggest challenge that you're facing in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think another change you made too, well not a change, but just like increasing visibility for Type 1. Like there were so many people, like you have your Dexcom right now on your arm if you want to like show the camera, but like, yeah, like it's just, you're wearing it loud and proud. And I just think that's so incredible. Like, was that a decision that you like consciously made of like, I'm just going to like wear it, and if the camera sees it, the camera sees it? Like, what were you thinking?
No, of course. I feel like from the beginning, I knew I wanted to be open about my diabetes, for sure. I wanted to increase visibility and awareness, like from the very beginning, and I wanted to show other people that diabetes doesn't have to stop you from doing anything that you want to do.
I love that. Well, you did that because there were so many people that were so inspired by it. I think for me, like I was a young girl who covered all, like I got to a teenage point in high school where I like, didn't want anybody seeing it, and I tucked everything away, and I wore certain outfits that didn't really show it. And I think that the older you get, you realize that like, oh, like diabetes isn't just this thing that can exist in the shadows, like it is part of you. And if you can convince yourself that like, it's okay, and this is, so many of us have it and live with it, and to see other people, it really helps, like you or like Lila Moss on the runway, or just like, other icons who have type 1 diabetes, it definitely helps.
No, absolutely. I was really happy that I could do that. I was really excited about it.
I love that. Looking back now, what did this whole experience teach you, and what did it teach you about not only yourself, but your relationship to diabetes?
I feel like the whole experience really taught me how important advocacy and awareness are, truly, especially coming off of the show. I didn't fully realize, how many people were shy or hesitant to speak up about it when they have nothing to be ashamed of. So I obviously it's clear I did not find love in the villa, but I feel like I did find like a deeper love and acceptance of myself in my diabetes.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really good.
That was good.
That was really good.
No, it's just been amazing since coming off. I feel like it's been incredible to reach an audience that I'm so grateful to have reached. I wasn't certain that I would. And it's been incredible to have met so many of them already. It's been amazing, and I just hope that I can continue in this path. It's been amazing.
Yeah, thank you so much, Jaden.